Guys, a 6 hours journey to and fro became 7 hours just because we missed our way. Goodness God, come with us on this journey. It's about to be chaotic. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rhoda Femi. If you're new here, welcome. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you. Please click on subscribe button to get subscribed to my channel and turn on the notification button to get notified whenever there's a new video up on my channel. This episode, I'll be taking you guys along with me to Tiffany Falls, and it's about 3 hours drive by bus, public transport from Toronto. So this year, one of my goals was to ensure that my jive or personality does not come to a pause in the winter, simply because, winter is cold, and particularly Canada's winter is very cold. And what this means is exploring places without being hindered by the weather or thinking too much about it, because trust me, it can be very hard when you've planned that, okay, on this weekend I'll be going to XYZ location, and the weekend comes and it is so freezing cold you don't want to even get up from your bed. Anywho, I ticked my bucket list, or one of the things on my bucket list for the winter, by visiting Tiffany Falls in Hamilton. And it was such an experience, a bumpy one, a rough one. It was literally where there is a way, there is a wheel. Or where there is a wheel, there's a way. You guys tell me in the comment section. And I'll tell you why. First off, I didn't go alone. I went with my flatmate and friend, Busayo, as you guys can already see, and we used public transport. And I think that actually added to our chaotic experience. But to be honest, we wouldn't even have used Uber, because Uber was $200 for one trip, and that meant roughly around $500 for both trips. And I personally think that is too much for transport within one province. If it was a trip from Ontario to another province, I wouldn't have had an issue with that. Second of all, we missed our way, and I think at this point I'd like to remind you all that direction is more important than speed. I know you guys already know this, but I'm just trying to reiterate, because we just jumped on what seemed like our bus, or the bus I was going to, our route, but it wasn't, and that added an extra hour. And tell me why Google Map was wrong for the first time, because we arrived at what seemed to be Tiffany Falls gate or entrance, and you guys saw that signpost that says no entrance to Tiffany Falls. And guys, it was cold, like it was freezing cold. You guys can tell that it was a snowfall day, and particularly because the fall is very cold, is iced. The entire environment was very, very cold, so the weather from Toronto wasn't as cold as it was when we got to Hamilton, and particularly when we're close to Tiffany Falls. Anywho, we had to get an Uber, other than Uber, from the falls entrance to the real Tiffany Falls. And interestingly, we had seen people in this area, but we just felt like these were people who drove, and they just parked their cars, so they were going to like trek the same distance we were going to also trek to get there. So even if we wanted to alight there, we wouldn't have been able to, because there wasn't a bus stop there, so we'd still have dropped at where the bus dropped us. Anyway, we had to come back, and then we started our journey, and of course we saw people coming in and out, and this seemed like a deserted forest. Like the entrance seemed like a deserted forest, and I strongly do not recommend parents or guardians bringing their toddlers, infants, their kids, underaged children to Tiffany Falls. It is dangerous. And I say it with everything in me. It is very dangerous because adults were falling. This place is very slippery. It is slopey. I mean, the snow is slippery, so this is a fall. Why you bringing your child? I understand that maybe they didn't have a choice, but I think there are some things that you just would not experience or participate in if there's a risk associated with it for your child. Like, don't do that. Adults were falling. Like, I fell. I literally fell. My friend fell. Older people were falling. People were falling. And imagine having a child in your arms and now tripping off. So you and the child will fall. And what if something dangerous happens to the child? Like, I don't want to imagine. Just don't do that. I saw parents with their kids and just yelling at the top of their voices saying, don't go there, just follow me as I walk. I mean, this place, I don't think it's kid friendly. So I would just advise parents not to bring their kids or underage children. Nah, it's not friendly. Anywho, we were getting closer and we started to see more people. And a lot of people stopped halfway. They didn't go to see the fall. Maybe they were tired or maybe they lived around because people actually live around this place. And, maybe they've been here severally and they didn't just need to go further. Or maybe they were tired, similar experience as us on the journey to this place. But for myself and Busaya, we just had to because we had already gone through everything. Like literally, I don't think there was anything that would have stopped us from getting here. We already had missed our way. We already got to what seemed like Tiffany Falls entrance, but it wasn't. We also had to book an Uber here. We had also fallen before we even got to that place. So there was no way, like, where there is a will, there is a way. Yeah, that's the right one. So we just kept going and we saw pets. And I also think that it's not right to bring in your pets, your dogs, especially because not everyone likes dogs. If anything happened, your dog gets loosed and people have to run for their safety. This place is not safe for running around. So no, if you want to visit this place, please just go alone. No child, no pets, dogs, cats, because not everyone likes them. And I know you would argue that it's a public space and stuff like that, but just consider that it's not friendly for running. It's not safe for running around. It's iced, it's slippery, it's sloppy. People were literally taking their time to carry a step after the other. Anywho, we got to what seemed like the promised land. Like this was the view that made us come all the way from Toronto. That made us miss our boss. That made us, in fact, you guys, please subscribe to my channel because I went through it just to give you guys this view. I went through it just to give you guys this view. Please subscribe to my channel right now. Don't you guys like it? Don't you guys like what you're seeing? Like, this place is magnificent. Oh God. God, they create. God is such a creator. Like, he's such a creator. This place was iced. Okay.
Aqui no motor. Ah, pode.
ṣé àwọn pípín yẹn ya fọ́tò dáadáa fún ẹ níbẹ̀ yẹn.
ó dìgbà tí wọ́n ti bẹ́ẹ̀ni fún mi mo ti wọ̀ fún ti.
ó dáa àwọn tó yẹ láìfẹ́. All white, all white. And the good thing is Tiffany Falls is free, but the parking lot or parking space is not free. So I mean, I didn't pay anything because you guys know I didn't drive. I don't have a car yet. So it was free. At this point, we had already turned back to leave, and our journey was actually timed, and we didn't miss our bus. It was timed because the bus that we used was an intercity bus. So you guys know, like Nigerians, if you're a Nigerian, you should know like interstate bus, like God is good kind of buses. Yeah, it was something like that we took. But these were like intercity bus within a province. And these buses, because they travel like a long distance, they are not available like the regular buses. So if you missed your bus, you would have to wait like roughly 1 hour, and I'm not even joking. Like, so we couldn't even miss our bus. We had to be on time. So we had to book an Uber from the entrance again back to where the bus dropped us to that false entrance, and waited for a bus to pick us up. The bus was delayed by I think an extra 5 minutes, but it wasn't a long wait. So yeah, at this point in time, we were already very tired, very famished, very pressed as well. We really needed to eat ourselves, but there was no restaurant or store in sight, and we just had to wait until the bus took us out of this place. And it was an hour from here to where we're going to take our next bus. And some people were just also coming in at this point in time. But my guess is those people live around here.
Guys, we are back from Tiffany Falls. People were falling, and it took everything in us to get here. We fell, literally. But hopefully, you guys will enjoy the ride. Subscribe button and like my videos. Thank you.
Guys, for my closing remark, you can tell that I was already so tired. Anywho, thanks for watching. Please click on the subscribe button to get subscribed to my channel. I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.
With whispers of love on this road, every seed took the light. From sunrise to starlight day.